And we are live. That actually
Welcome
happened a lot
back to
quicker than
another
it does.
episode of Warski Live.
I swear to God, woman.
You know I have to open everything with that.
Is that how you open up in the bedroom too? Welcome to another episode of Warski Live.
What was I saying? I can't pay attention to myself. I'm so tired. It's been a long week, and it's only Tuesday. And I don't even have a job right now. I don't know why I'm so tired.
You can't handle the heat. You gotta stay in the kitchen.
My kitchen's freezing. So I guess I should stay in it because I can't handle the heat.
Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah. Women belong in the kitchen.
Maybe a bad idea. Got milk. I don't really drink milk unless it's with cookies. It's gotta be with cookies.
That is offensive to my hearing. Milk is delicious. How could you deny its reality? You just don't like it because it's white.
Yeah, it's white supremacist propaganda.
I appreciate my own white supremacist propaganda then. I drink it every night.
I feel like maybe I might make cookies tonight, but do it at 1 a.m.
Ooh, what kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip cookies.
The fun kind?
Make Haitian mud cookies.
Mud cookies? That just sounds incredibly racist yet hilarious at the same time.
Oh, that was what that Brittany Venti girl did that got her banned from Twitch. And she had to send the 23andMe results proving she was part black.
Right.
So she could get unbanned.
That in of itself is depressing. Oh, Lydia's here. She must be bored showing up to this fucking shit show. If anybody in the chat wants a link, just go ahead and let me know. Ray's gonna need somebody to bounce ideas off of. It's gonna be very low energy today. I feel like dog shit.
I'll just be cancerous if I'm completely here alone. I'll start talking and 2 seconds in, I'll sound like an idiot. O'Rain. I don't know how to say that. O'Rain? Oh, okay. Hi, Lydia. I can't pronounce whatever your username is.
I call her Lydia because that was the name that appeared when she was here the last time. That, and it also reminds me of the companion you can have from Skyrim that doesn't fucking move out of the goddamn way. Skyrim reference, I know.
Oh, real.
Yes, I'm a nerd.
Oh, so what was I talking to you about right before we went live? I forgot already.
To drama.
To drama?
Titular drama.
What drama in particular? I can't remember for the life of me now.
In regards to Schmeckle.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm just saying that I'm not the biggest fan of the cunt stream. Failure pretty much already said it. I think it was on his stream, the one before the Kumite. It pretty much summed up what I was thinking, but just that it's not that great. So we need we need a new late night stream, so I'm going to start one.
Unfortunately, I work in the morning, so unless it's on a weekend, then that's not going to happen.
I'm probably not going to do them Mondays, or Fridays, because we have our stream Fridays. If I won't do it Sunday.
Oh, yeah, you're going to hop off mine and go onto your own and drag my audience with you?
Nah, I'll still come to yours for Fridays, obviously.
You better, woman. You broke open the front door and the back door and all the doors. You just threw a grenade in and just walked in like, "Hey, bitch, I take over the streams now." And I'm like, I don't care.
But yeah, the community today was crazy. I think you said you didn't see it.
No, I was dead in bed. Well, do enlighten the unenlightened mind.
So basically, what happened was there's the Spinosaurus came on to
Oh, I heard about that.
yeah. With Andy, and Spinosaurus just sounded completely retarded, and he tried to say that like what was it? This is like that the black people are like what was it? It was something about like black people having like low IQs because there's lead paint in houses and ghettos. There's like every house built before the 80s most likely has lead paint in it.
1970s.
Yeah, all you have to do
Any house before the 1970s.
To get rid of to not have to worry about that is just paint over it with regular paint or put up wallpaper.
Or scrape over and repaint the room.
Yeah, well, that you have to have the proper respirator, and you have to you won't be able to be there for a little while. I have to use like a HEPA filter and stuff, but you can do that too if there's like no other options. But the easiest way is literally just paint over it. That's all you have to do. And don't lick the walls. There's literally you'll be fine if you don't lick the walls.
Don't lick the walls. There was somebody brought this up in one of the chats I'm a part of, and they were talking about how like lead paint chips, and I was like, we used to joke about that all the time back when I was in like middle school. This thing has been that joke has been around forever. And basically, what it meant is like if you were a lead paint chip eater, you were basically dumb enough to actually eat paint chips and think they tasted good because it's fucking lead paint. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, maybe parents should watch their kids.
Yeah, and they shouldn't allow and their kids shouldn't be so fucking hungry they eat paint chips off the wall like a bunch of fucking hockey helmet wearing window lickers.
Yeah, it's not lead doesn't just kill you immediately either. Like you got to be stabbing yourself with a lead pencil or eating it because I'm a I do like graphic novels and comics, so I use lead pencils all the time, and I don't have any issues because I'm not eating it.
The issue is as long as it has to be ingested in the bloodstream in some way, and it ends up forming at the base of the brain usually, just like every other heavy metal does. I mean, he talks about kids that are in the ghetto eating lead paint. What about in Flint, Michigan, a democratically ran city for years upon years that has lead in the water because they were too fucking lazy to maintain the filters? Excuse me, not too lazy. They just didn't want to spend the money.
Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to.
Oh, but excuse me, not the morons, but the people of the past that didn't have any foresight into the future realized that lead was bad because they really didn't know back in the day. They really didn't quickly understanding. Painted people's houses with lead paint. That has to be the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Only the kids in the ghetto. Only the kids. No. Trust me, where I live, there's a city that's not too far away from where I live right now. It's a very wealthy, very well-known city, and there are plenty of houses in that city that still have lead paint. Guess what they don't do? They don't let their kids eat paint chips.
Yeah,
Little bit of self-responsibility. Best meme of the day. Lead paint, best meme of the day. That has been a meme before from, like I said, back when I was younger. It may not have been a meme through direct terms, but it was always referred to if you ate lead paint like they were paint chips, you were retarded.
Yeah, don't eat lead paint. That's how we prevent this. Don't eat paint.
No, eat Tide Pods like a fucking adult.
Just be smart. Just don't be stupid. Don't be
that's
stupid.
You know the old-fashioned phrase "common sense" isn't necessarily so common.
Yeah.
Yeah, true statement. Hashtag whale gang, huh? I didn't realize I had any Fright Supremacy members in here.
All hail, blue whale. Fright supremacy is the right supremacy.
What about the alt-fright?
The alt-fright.
I'm a member of the alt-life. And coincidentally, the alt-moist. So, Ray, what else happened during that wonderful stream that Spinal was on? I can only imagine this was dumb as you'd expect.
It was bad. He just completely sounded just retarded, honestly. And I didn't know what he was talking. Like, I knew what he was trying to talk about, but I just, it was just so painfully, like, retarded.
Obvious that he didn't know what he was actually talking about.
Yeah, he was just, and it was just, what are you saying?
One of those situations, like, bear in mind, I don't. For those of you that are listening, I didn't watch the Kumite. I haven't watched Kumite in a while. I've been ill, but from what I understand, from what I've read about it, it seems like Spinal kind of made a complete ass about himself. Like, obviously, this might not be true because, bear in mind, I haven't watched it, so take it with a grain of salt. But he puts himself in a situation where he talks about something he doesn't necessarily understand, like you said with the whole paint chips thing. He doesn't understand that isn't just a ghetto thing. Like, any house built before the 70s in the United States is probably painted with a lead-based paint. Just like any car. The same thing.
It's really not hard to understand.
You'd think not, but
People are retarded. Not when they eat. It's not. It doesn't happen when they eat lead paint. You have to be retarded to eat lead paint.
Well, he also said that blacks have a lower IQ because they eat lead paint. No, the blacks in general have a lower IQ is because you take a larger sample of individuals, like those that are from non-westernized cultures that don't have proper education and upbringings, and those that are in the inner cities and don't have proper upbringings with a proper father and a mother, which goes to show that even in whites does decrease the average IQ.
Yeah,
but eating lead paint like an idiot doesn't really affect your base IQ. It just affects your ability to live, and then your cognitive ability thereafter.
A big part of it too is that, going back to the evolution things, that because of the environment that black people were from, Africa, they needed the IQ wasn't what was necessarily the most important thing. It was, strength and agility and whatnot. And whereas Europeans were in a different environment, much safer and easier to live in, and that was why they had higher IQs but were physically weaker and smaller.
I wouldn't say necessarily easier. It's just required a different set of skills because you remember whites in general, Europeans in general had to deal with the cold.
Yeah.
Which extreme hot can be an issue as well too. But you're dealing with evolution based upon historical fact. Or if you want to deal with the IQ of nowadays, it's damn near impossible to decide what is a bigger contributor for IQ if it's nature, which being genetics, versus nurture being the environment. Some would say that it's safer to err on the side of 50-50. Because while you might have a child that is born to a higher IQ family, if they're put in a situation where their high IQ is not nurtured, they don't have a way to utilize that IQ, and the IQ becomes irrelevant because they end up getting involved in drugs and crime, and it becomes a fruitless endeavor.
That's absolutely true. I took childhood development courses is in college, and it that's absolutely true. It's a combination of nature versus nurture. Part of it's also how well they're fed and taken care of. If you feed your kid crap, that's not going to help them be intelligent. Whereas if you feed them well, that'll help with intelligence. There's a lot that play into it. But saying hi into the chat. Let's see who's here. Alex Martin. Hello, Alex. Shy Fox. Hello. Luna Horizon. Hello. God Pikachu. Hello. And Opinions Hurt. Hello.
Opinions Hurt. I think that has to be my favorite so far name in the chat that I've seen.
Yeah, that's a good name. I like that. Name.
When I was growing up, my mother and my father always instilled in me that everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has an asshole. 9 times out of 10, your opinion makes you an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, an opinion is an opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Doesn't mean that I have to listen to it or care for that matter.
That's very true.
Brother, it's like a free speech absolutist by certain members of society. They're looked upon with disdain because we believe that everybody should have the freedom to speak as they please, regardless of whether or not what they have to say is polite or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I may disagree with the individual to the end of the day, but I think one of the key factors that separates libertarians from most people is that libertarians, one of the other core ideologies we have is the freedom of association. Yes, that individual can think as they do and say as they do does not mean that everything that they say I agree with.
Yeah, exactly. Who was saying it yesterday on the Kumite? I think it was the Kumite, at least I believe it was. I think it was Cognitive Thought was saying that it's just people get older, they stop identifying as libertarians, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's just that a lot of it's becoming more common now, so it seems like it's all young people identifying with it, when in reality there's a lot of older people that do.
Well, unfortunately, you could use the last 2 or last 3 political or the presidential elections in the United States to contest against that, considering it was only in the last election with Trump and Hillary that we had that the Libertarian Party actually had we had a 300% increase in voter turnout versus the other two. Now, the Libertarian Party has been around for since the 70s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, well, it's been around for a while, but I mean, like after the last election, because that was already over a year ago, and leading up to it, that the Libertarian Party grew just massively.
Massively.
Compared to what it was.
Oh yeah, it had a about a 300% increase from the 2012 election to 2016. 2016 election was like 3%,
That's
and
what I mean.
2012 was like 1%, not even.
Yeah, it's oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say. I just had a total brain fart. Good God. Gonna go research prolapse porn.
Why would you read that?
That's just what I saw right away. Why does YouTube have Black History Month next to the YouTube play button instead of YouTube?
Or about because you click on the Black History Month, it brings you to their Black History Month montage.
This is retarded.
I don't
YouTubers
know about
suck.
retarded being. I don't know about being the proper terminology being retarded, but condescending
YouTubers
and
suck.
opinionated.
YouTube. YouTube. Suck.
And not in the fun way. Because if that were the case, I would pay for YouTube Red. What, you think I'm joking? That's the funny part.
Oh, I don't think you're joking. I don't even think you're joking.
I ignore Black History Month. I already know enough about cotton as it is. But do you know about fried chicken?
That's funny.
Let's be honest. Anybody that's had Southern food is more than happy that the Cajuns exist. Because if you have a thing for spicy food, that's some good fucking shit.
Yeah, it's true. I gotta check my bank account to see if I have enough money for pizza. I freaking want a pizza. Ugh, I feel so
Oh,
brain dead right now, and I'm trying not to be boring because just like the way Schmeckel got called out by failure as like, oh yeah, I really don't want to be that person, but like, and I was like, next stream I'm on, I'm gonna be like real interesting and cool and whatnot, and it's not gonna be all over the place, and it's gonna be smart, and people are actually gonna want to listen. It's not just gonna be like me talking to someone who's like, why would you want to listen to this? But now I'm like brain dead, and it's like, ugh, fuck it. I'll be like Schmeckel tonight.
You see, this is why we can't have nice things. This is also why it's the Weekday Blues, because, well, you did have a job when I first started this, but as it stands now, it's not even in the middle of the work week yet. So, y'all out there
Yeah,
listening, got a
basically.
long ways to go. What Picker Leech in the chat is, he's asking some pertinent questions here. Isn't it about time to have Asian History Month? Or Middle Eastern History Month? How about Trans History Month? For the love
I
of
think if
God, do not give them any ideas.
I think if we are going to have a history month dedicated to a race, um, if we are going to have one, I don't think it should be Black History Month. If we're going to have one, it should be Native American History Month. Like, just quite honestly.
God, Pikachu says, I'd ignore Trans History Month as well, as I already know how to cut sausages. Oh, but you know how to slap a sausage onto another human being. You got to cut a dick off of me, and then you got to add a dick to me.
I smack you in the face as a sausage.
What are you, Italian?
Maybe? No, I'm not.
No, you're Russian. You don't even know what sausage is. That's what we call bear sausage.
Russian.
Somehow that's worse.
In Soviet Russia, sausage smack you.
Picker Leech is sowing the seeds of our dissidents in the chat right now. He says, I'm going to send them a message. Or send them a letter, excuse me. At this point, I wouldn't even be remotely fucking surprised. I
Send you a
identify as a
letter?
nigga. I'm assuming transgendered folks, Asian folks, and just about everybody else that can have a history month.
We all need a history month.
Sausage. Hashtag sausage slap. For what it's worth, I love how my chat evolved so quickly.
Oh yeah, cancer is great. I was I was on King Carl's stream last night and on it for a little bit earlier this afternoon. I fucking love King Carl.
Is that the one that shows up in the Kumite every now and again?
Yeah, in all caps. The guy who just shit posts really racist shit.
Yeah.
He's always typing in all caps and stuff. It's just friggin' like.
I seized it. I seen it. The rare chance that I actually got to catch the Kumite live because it's usually going on when I'm at work.
I used to just sneak headphones in.
Yeah, now you just watch it.
Yeah, basically. This Picker Leech says the guy. What guy?
God, Pikachu says we need a Nazi history month because that'd be a gas.
Bitches
The
when
guy. I'm pretty sure there's more than one person that posts racist shit. I mean, scientifically, I
yeah,
do believe you are correct. I think like
yeah,
35 to 40% of that chat's usually fucking racist shit in some way, shape, or form.
yeah. But King Carl is like, oh, jeez, you aren't a real Kumite fan unless you know who King Carl is, man.
I don't consider myself a fan. I just catch it every now and again for the yells.
I love King Carl.
Oh, blue spanners. Oh, Declan Black, you and your funny Australian nomenclature. They're wrenches, not spanners.
What do you call a black man in a suit? God, a Pikachu.
One that has a job.
God,
Or
Pikachu, I
target
want to know. Don't be a
target
hoe and
practice.
keep me hanging. Don't be a hoe and leave me hanging. Don't be a hoe and leave me hanging like a nigger.
How are you hanging? Short, shriveled, and slightly to the left. The deceased. Racist against women's rights. You know, I'm not
A
much of an
what?
English language. No, look what Opinions Hurt
What?
says.
How the fuck can you be this? That's retarded. It's actually retarded. I hate
Pick your
people.
leash. Pick your leash for the for your information. Everybody that shows up on my stream, barring one individual so far, has gotten a wrench.
I have a wrench in the Kumite, which makes me feel
I think.
special because almost everyone got theirs taken away.
Oh, I know. I got mine taken away too. It was funny. I mean, I don't care if I don't get fucking bothered with the rare occasion that I'm actually there anyway, so I don't give a shit. But
I'm one of the
everybody else is bitching
chosen.
about it.
I'm one of the chosen. I really didn't care. It was just like, ho ho, I'm cool. Tonka knows I'm an OG. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Picker Leash wants to know: was it Riley Dennis? No, it was not Riley Dennis. It was that chick on Twitter that was giving you all kinds of shit.
Who?
I don't know it was the one that you posted something about having a Kumite shirt on, and then she was giving you all kinds of shit about
Oh, yeah. That retarded hoe.
that. And then she showed up here, and I was like, I'm not gonna give you a wrench.
Yeah, she is annoying. I don't like her. I don't
A
like
wrench
her.
has
She's
adjustable
not.
jaw. A spanner does not. Therefore, it's a spanner. Those of us in the U.S. refer to open-end box wrenches as the wrench with the box on the one end and the open end on the other. You goddamn Aussies. JK, I love Australia. Australia is better than Canada. Hashtag facts.
Yeah, but not much better.
What are you talking about? You can watch.
Australia is still shit.
You could see kangaroos box in the streets.
That's true. So I said it's
I
better
mean,
than
that's better. That's better than two drunk white guys. I can see that
yeah.
by going down a local bar.
Yeah, it's funny. See, they start fighting. It's like a Chad and a Keith always too.
I know.
Logan and Jake Paul's dad looks like the lead singer of Nickelback, but with a bad weave.
That just gave me AIDS.
Ass cancer AIDS.
Yes.
Rest in peace,
The
Jim.
AIDS were so bad. The AIDS were so bad they gave me prostate cancer.
What's up, Declan Black? He's in the chat.
I saw him chilling.
Oh,
Killing it. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Well, it's probably like, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the morning for him or some shit like that, but 6 o'clock in the morning for him. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing hanging around with us losers.
oh.
Ray just got into a good batch of some good LSD.
Oh no, just I'm like half brain dead right now. Oh god.
That's what I said. You got into a good batch of LSD.
I cannot stand the cunt stream.
Is it really that bad?
It's that bad. It's that bad. Andy gave them a shout out the same time he gave Tonka a shout out. Tonka's at over 10K subs now. The cunt stream is still at like 2,000. And more people are off work when the cunt stream is on. And they're on, I think, 7 days a week.
The cunt stream?
Yeah. So, take that as you will.
I'm not here to throw shade. I get like 6 viewers every stream, so at least I'm consistent.
Oh yeah, but you have a smaller channel. They have 2,000 subs, and they usually only have like 50 people watching.
Well, if I ever reach the glorious 1,000, we'll see.
6 people watching for just a little over 100 subs is not bad at all.
Picker Leash in the chat says the cunt stream's PR issues might have something to do with its name.
Yeah.
I don't. Is there some piece of information?
I don't think it's even that. It's just not good. It's boring. It's disorganized and boring, but they try to take it seriously, and that's where the problem really lies, is that you can't have such a messed up stream but take it super seriously.
God Pikachu says, who is the girl who sounds like Daria? I'm assuming he's referring to you.
Me? Oh, yeah, I'm really tired and just, like, brain dead. So, yeah, that's
I don't know why she's tired. She's Russian. Russians never get tired.
Well, I guess we do. We're not that special. We're special, but not that special.
Yeah, you're that special because of the nuclear radiation. I'm aware.
I can't wait to go to Chernobyl. It's in the Ukraine, but the Ukraine is really just Russia, so I really don't care.
I'm pretty sure at the time
I would consider the Ukraine its own country. I'm sorry, but
I'm pretty sure at the time that the Chernobyl did detonate, I'm pretty sure Ukraine was part of Russia.
Yeah, no, Chernobyl didn't detonate. It was a nuclear meltdown. Because one guy was supposed to turn the power level down to 30 to see how it would run on lower power, if it would like run okay, and he turned it off.
So, Russian girls usually get dead if Russian Deadpool is hanging around. Just that's dark.
Imagine having to live with that for the rest of your life. Knowing you caused Chernobyl.
Oh, I was ready to say what? The person that wrote Russian Deadpool or the guy that fucked up Chernobyl?
The guy who fucked up Chernobyl.
I can't imagine either of those two situations. Are you kidding me?
Just like, yeah, that was me who caused that nuclear meltdown that fucked up everyone's life.
I wouldn't admit to it either, though, openly. Like, yeah, I did it. I blew it up. What you gonna do about it? Oh wait, you're all gonna crucify me? Oh, this is terrible. Chernobyl has some of the creepiest like night images I've ever seen of like the vacant fucking city.
I can't wait to go.
Especially with like that fucking Ferris wheel in the background. That's scary as shit.
I can't wait to go. I'm so excited.
No,
they're not turning Chernobyl into anything. They're leaving it.
From what I understand, it's not. There are certain areas of it right now that are hospitable for human beings, and the radiation levels are
for a short
low
period
and
of
deadly.
time. No, for a short period of time, you're not supposed to be there for more than like 72 hours, and that's in the safe parts. But it is way too radiated in some places, and they have the elephant's foot there. They're not going to be building anything there for centuries at the earliest.
For the half-life wears out on them.
Oh no, the elephant's foot is is you would die from just being by it for 2 minutes.
The guy who fucked up Chernobyl was trying to show off by ordering the reactor to operate at way higher levels than it was meant to. He also had terminal cancer at the time. What a fucking dickbag.
No, he turned it off. He turned it off.
Did he turn off the reaction cycle, or did he turn off the cooling cycle?
He turned off the power. He turned off like the cooling thing, or no, he turned off part of the power that controlled the cooling thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like he turned off the reactor's power.
Well, he probably didn't turn off the reactor's power. What he did is he kept the reactor running and then shut off power to the cooling systems. That would allow the rod to go thermonuclear.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know exactly how plants work because the public doesn't know that, but he fucked it up.
Probably not a good idea to employ those with terminal illnesses in nuclear plants. You live and learn, and you're not wrong. We're going to let this guy who has no reason to care whether or not this particular facility goes up in a fucking blazing ball of green radiation and death. We're not going to let him run this one. We're going to let the young guy run this one.
Let Ray run it. I promise I won't do anything.
You might want to wear lead shorts while you run it. Just saying, you got to protect the privates.
I swear I won't do anything. I promise, God, elect me for president. I promise I won't do anything. I promise I won't press the nuclear button. I promise. Guys, really.
Until the red baron flies in, you get pissed off at somebody.
No, I won't press it. Why would I want to do that?
Because it makes things go boom.
You
see, am I wrong?
If I was ever super rich, I would like. Oh God, it would never happen. But if I could, I would pay to have them do an above ground nuclear test so I could see a mushroom cloud with my own eyes. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
In person.
Yeah,
I would have the biggest erection.
I want to see it.
Can it be fired with a throbbing erection?
I'm gonna mushroom cloud for you. I got a missile now. I'm gonna blow you up. Gonna blow you up.
The elephant's foot is so radioactive that even the unmanned robots that they occasionally send down to take readings from it always end up dying because of all the electromagnetic weirdness.
Yeah, it's true. Literally 30 seconds near it, not even right next to it, but just near it in the general vicinity would cause severe radiation sickness, and 2 minutes, honestly, 2 minutes would be the longest that you would have a chance at surviving. You might not even make 2 minutes. And even if you got away from it after that, you would still die.
Always fun. Nothing like death by radiation poisoning. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it makes you shit yourself.
Well, yeah, it gives you all kinds of fucking problems. Vomiting, vomiting, diarrhea, skin degradation, hair loss. It basically fucks up every aspect of your base core level of life. That's what it does.
Yep. And gives you ass cancer AIDS like Jim died from.
Jim is dead. Well, you also got to be honest though. If I were to have a ways of dying, radiation poisoning is up there, but fire, being burnt to death, being burnt alive is still my number one. Not a big fan of that one.
Wait, you want to burn to death, or you don't want to?
Don't want to. This is at the top of my list of ways not to die.
Yeah, well, radiation poisoning, I'd definitely say I'd rather have radiation poisoning than drown or get burnt to death. Because, at least with that, you just get some good heroin and you want to feel with it.
You just basically you medicate yourself to death.
Yeah, you just
have you seen a pic of that Asian dude who got a lethal dose of radiation and was kept alive to see what happens at high exposures? I I don't know. It depends. I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple situations where that experiment has been done.
I'm sure it's
Not
been
as.
done many times.
Go ahead.
I was just kind of muttering to myself. I said, I'm sure it's been done many times.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it in the least. Not as bad as the guy who killed himself by playing with a demon core. Yeah, that one is fucking terrible. To show off to visitors at Los Alamos and actually set off a burst of neutron radiation. You know what the demon core is, right?
A demon core?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
What?
It's
I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. I know I've heard it.
it basically is it's a sphere of highly radioactive material, and what you do is you separate it using a piece of non-ferrous metal, I believe it is, not non-ferrous, but non-reactive metal. And this one guy was fucking around with it one day, showing how good he was with it, like separating the two pieces with a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and like it slipped off. And once it makes contact, it releases a massive dose of neutron radiation over a certain radius. I can't remember what the fuck it is off the top of my head. But essentially, it was like him, the security guard, and like two of the other guys that were in there with him all ended up dying of radiation poisoning within like fucking a month.
That nigga's retarded.
Oh yeah, just because he wanted to fucking show off with the screwdriver.
Look how cool I am. Oh fuck.
I created a channel just so I could say hi. So hi, hey dudes. She is not a dude, she's a woman. I mean, as far as the nudes say anyway. Hey, what do I know? Maybe she tucks it in. I'd say the worst way to go would be a rapid decompression. Happens in offshore operations rarely. Yeah,
Oh,
that
hey
sounds like it
Daniel.
would fucking hurt.
Tennessee Marine. What's up?
God, I demand nudes. Get in line.
No shit, Sherlock. I know Ray is a chick. Yeah, I'm a woman. I just posted a picture on Twitter. I'm not showing my face in it, but yeah, you can just look at that if you don't believe I'm a woman. I just have a freaking retarded ass voice.
No, she's got that man dick.
I made a joke
She's
once
got that woman penis.
when I went into Hot Topic about looking like not wanting to look like a tranny, and the guy looked at me like super offended, and I was like, I am a trans person just because I felt like really awkward, and I was like, well, how can I make this like less awkward? And then the guy was just like staring at my crotch, trying to like figure out like where the hell my dick was.
Where is it? Do you ever think maybe you did the stuff and tuck?
Well, I was wearing
Buffalo
yoga
Bill?
pants where you can't hide it because it's yoga pants. Like
Oh,
you
fair
couldn't
enough.
hide a dick.
I was buried. See,
Yeah,
9 times out
that
of 10,
so I saw you follow me on the Twitter.
I'm pretty sure in yoga pants you can damn near tell 9 times out of 10 if that woman had. If that woman is wearing underwear, never mind having a dick for that matter.
Oh, he was like looking like, how's this working? I was like,
Oh, I see the push. I see the picture you posted.
yeah. Yes, if you don't believe I'm a whammon.
Whammon. See, I told you I had boobs.
That's that's a special trick that I know how to do.
Dude, I would normally stare at crotches. I'd smash your back doors in. Too late. I already made that claim. Well, I mean, not too late. I mean, I already made that comment.
I'm just looking for smash your back door. I mean, I know I had No, I have been known to stare at a booty a time or two, but a crotch, nah, homie.
You know what? The man's not wrong.
Yeah,
I got a thing for cleavage, but the thing is like I don't want to make it obvious. So it's like, how am I gonna stare at this chick's tits without being obvious about it? Tough decisions. Is a special trick
decision.
socks?
That's why we just wait for Aiden to post some pictures.
About what?
Aiden, Paladin, post some pictures.
What about Halibin? What the fuck is
Aiden,
Halibin?
Aiden,
Aiden. Oh, okay. She does have
with
a
them boobies, nice boobs.
she does have a nice personality. If you know what I mean.
She has a what? Why do you like it? She has a nice personality.
She definitely has a front end alignment.
Yeah,
Much easier to stare at a booty than boobies. Not entirely inaccurate.
it's true. Very true. That's very true. Yeah, because then you just like went because then they're turned around so they won't see you.
Piker Leach, I'm pretty sure he's referring to when I said looking at tits. He says sunglasses, my friend. That is one good way of doing it.
That's true. That is true.
In my experience, it garners one of two responses. You either garners a disgusted look or an interested look. The ones that are interested make me more nervous.
Oh god, I don't have enough money for pizza. It makes me very sad.
You know what's gonna make you very sad?
Mm.
I'll be right back in like 5 seconds. That'll make you very sad. The fact that I'm
No,
coming.
don't
The fact that I'm
don't
coming back.
don't leave.
No, I got 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not back. He lied to me. Yes, Declan, hit that like button. Smash the like button. I have to wear sunglasses because my eyes are sensitive to light. I get accused of staring all the time, usually by munters. I I like sunglasses. They make me look cool. I feel like a badass when I wear them. So how's everyone's night going? How
All
are
right, did you
you,
ruin it?
chat? How are you, chat?
She didn't ruin it while I was gone. Congratulations.
How's the chat doing? Anything fun? Yeah, hit
Well, they
that
were rather.
subscribe button too. Hit that sub button. If you don't hit the
They,
sub button, you a hoe. Don't be a hoe.
not even gonna start with the sub comments on that one. So many dirty jokes. So little time.
Don't be a hoe. Yeah, I know. Every time people say that, I'm like,
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one that's like, that's dirty. Hit that subscribe button like a drunk redneck hits his wife, which also happens to be his sister. We will forgive you, Piker Leach, for only this one time. Next time I'll send the Russian bots after you.
Hey, Daniel says, hey, anytime I can listen to drama that doesn't involve me, it's a fun night. Daniel, if you want to hop in and explain what happened, just let me know and I'll DM you a link.
Excuse me, madam.
No, there was some shit that went down with him and the Kumide stuff.
You still could at least ask, if it was all right. Not that I give a shit either way. I mean, I don't fucking care. But
Exactly. I know you don't care.
damn, valid point. I'm an
I'm
alt-right
just
bot. I get paid 14.88 euros a week.
I just like spamming my shit. Why not?
Because full well I don't give a shit.
I just like being like, yo, follow me. I'm cool. Give me attention.
She also has a very nice figure, surprisingly for a transvestite.
I'm not trans. What the? Stop spreading these rumors.
I know you're not.
No,
I'm just busting your balls.
all a
The ones
bunch
that
of
you don't
white
have.
niggers. You're all a bunch of white niggers. Twitter's
I take offense
racist.
to that.
Twitter hates white people.
Trans racist.
Trans racist.
Hey, for all you know, the fact that you're trans could turn me on more. You never know.
That's not really my goal, though. My goal is just to be me and be an idiot.
Hey, you gotta keep things simple, don't you?
I like to keep things simple. Makes life easy. Makes life easy.
Somebody's
Wait, do
jumping
you
off a
think
bridge.
Aiden is an anti-Semite? No. No, she's not. Um, she's just wants an ethno-state. But it's not that she hates other races. She's just wants an ethno-state. You can want an ethno-state without hating other races.
I love it when you find out you've pulled a trap because they expect you to get all angry, but then start squealing when you obliterate their anus. So, Ray, is this what you do?
I honestly don't know the full story of what happened with Tennessee Marine. I just know that that was it Geek Thulu just started some bullshit on the Kumite. I really don't like Geek Thulu. He's annoying.
The snivelly little bastard there?
No, Geek
The one that
Thulu.
sniffles all the time? Yeah, Geek Cthulhu, the one that sniffles all the time. He's got a picture of Cthulhu for his
Yeah.
thing. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, he annoys the crap out of me.
Oh, as long as you keep it simple.
And Andy said I interrupted and talked too much. I didn't interrupt. I think there was a mic delay going on that would make it sound like I was saying something, or if it was quiet for a minute, I would start to say something, but then someone else would start talking and I'd just shut up. I try not to interrupt people. Probably actually should have talked more than I did.
So wait, you were on the Kumite then?
No, when I was on Andy's channel.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, the Artie's memes guy just posted at me again. It's like the
He
first
kind of
time in
annoys
forever.
me. I like the one meme he made, but he's freaking annoying.
Man, I'm too fucking lazy to block people. I don't give a shit. You got the free time to post on every single one. All it does is make my analytics look better anyway, so I don't give a shit.
He's the one wasting his time making those retarded, terrible memes.
Tennessee Marine pulled the trap and got really angry, but still accepted a blowjob. Hey.
Wait, was it Geek who called you out, or was it someone else? Was it Ichiba? The schizophrenic raccoon?
The one that sounds like me?
Yeah.
The motherfucker stole my shtick. I'll kill him.
He sounds like if you and Azzy had a
had a voice baby.
like, yeah, voice baby.
And here I thought I was original. God fucking damn, I'm throwing myself off the
Why
bridge now.
does this guy waste so much time making these terrible memes of Andy trying to like insult him when it's just like, okay, you're just, giving him more exposure and wasting your own time.
That I really don't care.
That's just fucking retarded. It's not funny. It's not even like you're just like trolling someone and starting shit, just having fun. Because I like to do that, but this guy's like being retarded.
So Ray, we need to get him and you on a Kumite. We need to get him in here so he can slap him around a little bit.
Well, he doesn't say shit to me. He just he should Kumite Andy. I'm not gonna speak for Andy.
Because he secretly loves him and wants to feel him deep inside.
Probably.
Oh my.
Probably.
We can have that happen. We can have that deep, deep boning over here right now if those two want to hop right on in. We're kidding, that'll never fucking happen. But in regards to what you were saying about Aiden Paladin and the ethno state in general, there's a certain part of America. There are certain parts of America you consider in a white ethno state. They've existed for years. I see no reason to change them. I see no reason to give a shit about them. However, the laws and statutes that these assholes want to try to put in place for them, I have an issue with.
I don't.
I
don't have an issue with an ethno state as long as they make they get it's not in America. The problem is when they try to make it in America, they want to get rid of people who are already here. That's what I have a problem with. I don't. If they want to go buy an island somewhere and build their ethno state there, and they can do it without causing World War III, I don't give a fuck.
The Midwestern upper section, like North Dakota, South Dakota, all those areas, and like some parts of the Midwest, like Wyoming and Montana, the majority of those states are white. It's like a 98% white overall, I do believe.
Sorry to disagree. I thought I forgot. I thought it was Geek who said that, but no, absolutely. It just you absolutely can dislike one person and still like other people, like even if they all talk or whatever. And Ichabod kind of seems to annoy the crap out of a lot of people anyway.
What's his name?
Ichabod. I don't know. He's this schizophrenic raccoon.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. You have a good night, God Pikachu. Well, I mean, attempt anyway.
No,
I will let your nudes be. Do not want to see the size of my massive cock.
It's 1 inch.
No, Ray, you know my cock is majestic. You've seen it. See? Can you argue with me though? It's a very beautiful cock.
Hey, Rosa.
Uh-oh. Now the magic of the Rosa is here.
How you doing tonight, Rosa?
She's had an issue with the Rosa D unicorn, angry unicorn demons that live in the world nowadays. You gotta stroke that unicorn shaft like Deadpool does.
I love Deadpool. Deadpool's pretty cool.
What if your long-time life-term plan turns out with the wrong guy getting dismembered?
Hey, Rosa, are you having a good night so far, Rosa? Up to anything fun?
Declan Black's got the right choice in the chat right now. Just so you guys know.
Hit that subscribe button.
You hit it like it owes you fucking money.
You hit that like that's your axe.
Because
I don't know the
Daniel, if you're
I'm not on live stream, but I'm down in chat. Yeah, for sure. I can DM you and see, because I'm not sure exactly what happened. But no, that's totally understandable, man.
Why did it fucking shut me down? I was gonna say that.
The offer's open. If you just want to come on and bullshit around with us, you're welcome to do that too, man. But no, I understand why you don't. You don't want to start more drama or anything.
Rosa knows what I'm all about. She's stroking that horn just before dinner. All right.
Oh yeah.
The chat and everything else is starting to get a little sausage festy anyway.
Oh hell yeah! In Slovak Russia, sausage fucks you.
Well, I mean, sausage usually fucks everybody else in the rest of the world too, whether or not it be anally or reverse anally, because it usually comes out the butthole. My favorite thing about a sausage is just smacking a Muslim around with it.
Giggity.
What?
So everyone is a moderator. Yes, we're doing that Kumite thing where everyone gets a wrench. I'll DM you a link to the Hangout, Tennessee.
Unless you fucking piss me off, then I take it away. I'm like an abusive boyfriend. Except I run the channel. Do you think Trump will run in 2020? Seems to be so, yeah.
Absolutely, and I plan on voting for him.
So far. Unless a better candidate shows up.
Yeah.
But so far,
what he's doing,
oh yeah, I mean, with all the damage he's done to the DNC and everything else.
DNC.
To me, if I would be legitimately surprised if he didn't run in 2020. I'd be legitimately surprised if he ran in 2020 and lost. Or at least as of now.
I highly doubt he'll lose if he runs in 2020. Unless he gets us into like a nuclear war. But we probably wouldn't even have a 2020 election in that case.
Yeah, true. We martial law at that point. But that still would put him in, the position of power. So there would be no running of anybody at that point.
Yeah. I'm reading this book series called it's the 1 Second After series, and it's really good. I highly recommend reading it. It's about the after, like, the world after EMPs are detonated over America. Yeah, it's good.
You do in their detonation does far less damage. Well, does far less damage over initial impact, but deals a lot more with the fallout due to nuclear radiation being spread through the atmosphere. And then, of course, you have the increased radius of the EMP as well.
No, EMPs don't cause radiation or fallout. They're actually
I mean they're
less harmful in that. No, they don't cause that.
They just shut down all electronics. But since the detonation was done in air versus down on the ground, the EMP can travel further.
Well, no, because the reason fallouts exist because when it's on the ground, it's all the particles that get blown up that go into the sky. That's what fallout is.
God damn it! As soon as I join, we got to start talking about like cool scientific shit. Like what?
You're talking about like
dicks and
talk about whatever you want.
The reason, imagine this: if you blow your load on the outside of someone's butthole, do you get it more on the outside of the ring, or do you get it more on the inside?
Well, it would depend on the asshole I'm blowing a load on, now wouldn't it?
It's true.
Michelle Obama's.
It's true.
Oh God!
Oh God!
I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I mean, I'm all about the chocolate love, but I mean, not that lady. No.
Lady.
She's disgusting.
Yeah. Did you? I guess y'all have seen. You might have seen this on Twitter and everything, where the artist who was commissioned to do their paintings has done a bunch of artwork where it's black women cutting off of the heads of white women and shit like that. Like that's what that artist is famous for. Have you seen this?
The guy who cuts off heads of white women?
Yeah, the artist that did Barack Obama's presidential portrait where he's like surrounded by like plant leaves and shit. Like the guy who did that. is very famous for doing pictures of very Africanized black women cutting the heads off white women.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, dude, it's all over Twitter. Like Ian Miles Chong has tweeted it out and everything else, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. Like you look at every other presidential portrait that they've had commissioned, it's all very, respectable, and they're next to a fireplace or a desk or something like that, and then you see President Obama's and it's just flowers and plants and shit everywhere. It's really weird.
Gay like him. Gay like him.
Fireplace oven,
Yeah.
anti-Jew. He's obviously a Nazi.
Oh yeah, dude, totally a Nazi.
Obama's a Nazi.
Mm.
Confirmed.
God was a Nazi because he created ovens.
Yeah, all the cool kids are Nazis nowadays, right, guys?
Oh, absolutely. The cool kids club.
Fucking A, right? But yeah, like no bullshit. The artist who did that is very famous for doing portraits of black women cutting the heads off white women. So, kind of makes you wonder. And Obama chose this artist, actually. So it makes you think. It makes you think. I'm not trying to draw no conclusions from one to the other. I'm not trying to leap over any bounds or anything.
What the fuck was going on back in the day? Still is probably going on at this point.
Gonna scratch my head thoughtfully on what could Obama? What?
Yeah, why would the first black president in U.S. history want to hire a artist to do his presidential portrait that is known for doing portraits of black women cutting the heads off white women? Makes you wonder. It really does.
He had a very good premium. He had a very good premium on all that red paint he had. Right? He was going for the lowest common denominator. It's capitalism.
Jeez. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's really odd and weird and stupid, but I don't know. It's Obama. You got at this point, it's just like I don't even care. Like enjoy your fishing trips and your vacations, dude, and like giving speeches for like a couple grand to bankers and shit like that.
We gotta remember he's just a poor black man that was growing up in the terrible America, and he never had any opportunities given to him, and he's just trying to help other people get out of that poverty. I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Dude,
I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that hurts your brain to even try and say that nonsense just now.
Oh, I know Foley's a shyster. He's a silver-tongued bastard. You ever listen to the guy talk? He'll flip-flop. He flip-flops between decisions quicker than Hillary Clinton flip-flops between who she wants to assassinate in the next 24 hours.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, dude. Like, not to get like really political or anything, but if you look at Obama's presidency, he didn't do any of the things that he ran or he campaigned for. It was just business as usual. He did the exact same type of building up the military-industrial complex, helping out rich people, and sticking it to poor people. He did the same shit,
That's what Democrats do, though. They say they don't, but that's literally what they do. Not that Republicans are all that much better, but they are better.
You also got to remember you got the neocons to deal with too. But in Obama's case, when George W. Bush, when he was firing drones over there to do airstrikes, which rightfully there was a certain amount of media bias towards that was well deserved and deserved to be covered. But when Obama was doing it, they're like, nope, we're not going to talk about this. This never happened.
Oh yeah,
this
dude.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. He was ordering drone strikes to countries we weren't even at war with, like Pakistan and shit like that. Like,
there was more drone strikes done by the Obama administration than there was by the Bush administration.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that he did, was he got the troops, quote unquote, out of there. I use the quote unquotes very vaguely on that one.
Like I was about to say, like, no, he didn't. Like, not at all. Like, we just moved from one Middle Eastern shithole to another.
Well, he said he was going to get him out of that Middle Eastern shithole. He never said where he was going to move him.
Dude, like, I don't care if you're like what your political leanings are. Like, there was never a fucking exit strategy for the Middle East. There never will be. We're gonna be there till like our grandkids might still be going to, Afghanistan and Iraq one of these days. You never know. It's a possibility.
It's
There's one simple situation to deal with the Middle East. Feed them both firearms, let them kill each other.
Yeah,
Because otherwise you're never going to get out of there.
Yeah, there is a legitimate. I've heard some intelligence people and shit like that on podcasts discuss look, like the Middle Easterners, and this is not some anti-Muslim shit or anti-Middle East person type shit. I don't get on that kind of stuff, but historically speaking, when they're not waging war against other people, they're killing themselves over stupid shit. You can literally take out every U.S. or coalition troop from the Middle East, and they're going to go back to killing one another. That's just what the fuck they do. So, in fact, I was actually earlier today. I don't know if you guys like the Joe Rogan podcast, but they had a dude, a comedian. I can't remember his name. But he, I guess he used to work for the Young Turks. Fucking hilarious fucking podcast. And the dude was, I guess he's a classic liberal, if that means anything in any kind of sense anymore. But it was a great fucking podcast. It really was. This dude shit on Trump, shit on Obama, liberals, Democrats, conservatives. He just shit on everybody. And I love people who do that. I really do.
Absolutely.
If you remember when Alex Jones got spit on when he tried to in real life troll Cenk Younger or whatever the fuck his name is. You remember the guy who was accused of spitting on him?
Uh-huh.
Yep, it was that guy. That's the guy that Joe Rogan was talking to. He was fucking hilarious, dude. It was just uploaded a couple hours ago, but I'd definitely check it out if you want to hear someone bash liberals and Democrats and Trump and conservatives. It was kind of fun.
So sort of like a Rucka Rucka.
Yeah, a little bit, only more funny. Not trying to throw shade or start.
I love some of his songs, but they're either a huge hit or a complete mess.
Yeah, that's a very fair assessment there, Ray. It really is.
The Kim Jong-un song, the Stitches song, the Trump version of Stitches, the I Know That You'll Miss Obama, the Heroes and Trolls, the Sargon song was hilarious.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about Sargon, Treat You Better.
Did he also do the guys song?
Yeah.
That shit was so legit.
It's so accurate. He also did the She Was Only 17.
She was only 17, depends on what state you're living in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it came out when it was still had to be 18.
Yeah, still though, I'm good, dude. I'm 27. I a 17-year-old is a kid to me. I won't even date a 19 or 20-year-old. I'm like a nightclub. You got to be 21 before you get around me. I'm not in this current day, not even taking the risk. Not even.
I usually have a thing for older women, so.
Well,
older women have their shit established.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can talk all the shit you want. It's not a kink, but if you get a fucking MILF, a single mother, who's already got her tube tied, you ain't got to worry about wearing a condom or anything like that. Plus, you can steal the little fuckers' pudding pops, their little fucking snacks. There's a juice box in the fridge, You get to fuck her and then go get snacks, and it's like little kid snacks too, and it's fun. And fuck the little kids that she has.
Exactly.
Not literally fuck them. Not literally fuck them, but just fuck them over and eat their snacks after banging their mother. I'm all about that.
In my experience, the reason why I prefer older women is they have their shit established. They know what they want it done, and they want you to fucking leave afterward, and I have no issue with that whatsoever. It's a clearly defined contract at that point. We go in, we do our business, and we leave.
Yeah, I don't want to I don't know if you've ever said your age out there in public before, but are you close to my age?
Me?
You're 27?
I'm 27, yeah.
You're older
than I am. 20s.
Okay.
You're older than I am, but not by that much.
She's a baby.
Okay, so we're all in our 20s then?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know what the oldest you guys have ever dated or slept with, and trust me, I don't want to know. But at least for me, considering the fact that I only, I'm heterosexual, I only, date actual women. I will say that older women, they are more comfortable with sex. They're a lot more. They don't give a fuck. They're not subconscious. They're not, they don't have the same kind of hangups that some younger girls do or girls my age. Like, there's this really weird, crazy thing that happens when you start dating women that are in their 30s or even like early
Early
40s.
40s.
Like, yeah, they're like, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly how I like to have sex. Like, let's do this, and
I
they just
think
don't give a shit.
you go in there with a woman, not anything against Ray or anything, but usually go in there with a woman that's younger. She's like, oh, well, I'm not sure exactly how I want this to get done. You get in there with a woman that's been, in her 30s. She's been with a number of gentlemen.
Yes.
I use that term loosely, but she's
Mm.
been with a number of gentlemen, and she knows exactly how she wants it, done, and she's able to actually tell you to do what to do and how to
Yes.
do it. And you're like, all right, this is a great reprieve from the people that were my age, have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
See,
Right.
I can only date older guys.
Well,
I don't know.
do you care to elaborate on why?
I just can't stand most guys my age. They're That's how I've always been. Is that I went through a lot, and I started working when I was 15. I've been responsible and taking care of myself mostly, so I'm mentally a lot older. And no matter how much I troll online, I do take a lot of things very seriously in real life, and I
Right.
have my shit together. And when I was 15, even 16, 17, I'm working, I taking care of myself. I got serious goals. I got into college when I was 16. So, I'm doing shit. And it's like, I'm not dating a 16-year-old guy. Like, what the fuck?
So
Yeah.
you're doing it for the you're doing it for a similar reason that that him and I are doing. You're doing it for the maturity aspect of it, the advancement. They've lived, they've learned the
Well, I
life
mean,
experience,
I'm
so
not
to speak.
saying I'm not saying I exclusively only date older women. I have noticed like when I was in college, like I've taken a break from college right now, but when I first started going to college, I think I was like, oh God, like maybe 26, 25 at the time. And I started dating a 19-year-old girl. I mean, don't get me wrong, the sex was awesome, but she didn't, bless her heart, she didn't have any good techniques. Like she still had that sort of like younger-ish girl hold up where it's like, I feel fat, or I don't want to do that because I mean it might hurt, and just goofy little shit like that. But
If
I
it hurt, go ahead.
but I mean it's I don't know, it's dating some, like, age doesn't really define maturity to me, but I feel like for me personally, especially in a committed relationship, like, you have to know who you are and what you want, and that also works both ways for the relationship and the bedroom. And I
All
just
right,
feel
Exactly.
like
absolutely.
And you also
if you date a woman who's older, chances are those things will already be there. But I mean, I would date
It's
a girl my age. It's just most girls my age fucking want to,
they suck.
yeah, they care more about like Instagram selfies and all this other dumb shit, and
I don't
this
want
it's
and I don't want 2 tons of, I don't want 2 tons of gold-plated baggage to deal with.
yeah,
fucking right.
it's all about the maturity level, for me. Like, so it's not like it's like if there's someone my age, it's not like I've ever ruled people my age out. It's just that I've never been able to like really relate to anyone my age.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's
It's difficult, especially in modern climate. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
interrupt you.
yeah.
Continue.
yeah, please.
Oh, it's just I was gonna say it's pretty much the same as you guys are saying, but like you said, I'm a lot more mature too. I'm comfortable with my body. It's not like I think I'm like great looking, and I sometimes feel a little fat or whatever, but I really don't care.
Right, right.
And you could be you might think you're fat at 40, but when you're getting older, you're not going to care.
Well, Ray, you also got to remember, I can look at you right now. I don't care what fucking color lighting is. I don't care what time of the fucking month is. I can tell you that you're not fat.
Yeah, I gotta go for just a second. I'll be right back.
So I think the biggest key to it is the maturity level isn't dictated obviously by the age. There are people that are my age and your age, for example, that are guys that haven't grown out of the whole fucking gangster mentality. They're just as much of a child now as they were 10 years ago.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck, don't get me wrong, dude. I mean, I see it all the time on fucking Twitter and YouTube and in my actual real life. It's like, I know dudes who are in their fucking, mid-30s who still haven't got this shit figured out. And they act like, fucking high school drama level bullshit dweebs. So, yeah, dude, age don't mean shit.
Of course, obviously. Even with women, it's the same thing. You find out when she seems to be, got her shit together, and you bring her home, it turns into a fucking crazy bitch.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
how do I explain this? I'm not trying to, claim to know you guys' sexual preferences or anything like that. But me personally, I'm 100% straight. Never would fuck around with a dude or anything like that. So that being said, like my perspective on this is limited to just dating women. And the only thing I've noticed is that it takes, like, I've been with older women and it seems like they're much more, not only like sexually speaking, to where, they know what they want. They've actually, rode enough dicks, to know what they like in bed and what they don't like
I
in
know
bed.
what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what the fuck they're doing. But the biggest thing is that they're comfortable. How do I explain this? They're comfortable being in a relationship, but not being stuck up their boyfriend's ass. And I feel like for me personally, that's a big thing that either girls my age or a slightly younger or slightly older are still in that, like, oh my God, you haven't texted me back. What the fuck are you doing? It's like, bitch, I'm playing a video game. I don't I'm not out here fucking other girls. Like, it's okay. Like, I promise you.
The only thing that might be getting is the goddamn controller, all right?
Yeah,
No,
the only thing I'm hitting is this dude in the face with a machete. I'm good. I promise.
the only thing,
Yeah,
my only.
Go ahead.
I'll let you go ahead in a second here. I just gotta say something real quick. My biggest thing is with it is the women. The reason why I date older women is because they go into the bedroom knowing exactly what the fuck they're gonna do and how they want to do it. Also, on top of that, there's no issue with maybe, just maybe down the line she screams rape.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a big thing as well, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think Bunty King posted something on Twitter the other day, or no, it wasn't Bunty King, it was Magog. Actually, he posted something about like hearing false rape allegation rates are like really up and everything else, and he kind of asked like, well, what do you guys who are out there dating feel about this? And I wrote something. I was like, well, I think it really sucks for one night stands, because let's say I go to, the nightclub and, I, get a little bit intoxicated and I meet a slightly intoxicated lady and she decides to come back to my place and I Hulk smash that shit. And she wakes up and she's like, oh fuck, who's this tattooed long haired dude that I banged last night? Oh shit, fucking, I can't say that I had sex with this guy. He's too, he's too hick for me. He's too, he's too fucked up. Like, yeah, it's rape. Like, that's all she has to do is just basically say, like, well, this guy took advantage of me. So.
And the thing that's, what really I think is just terrible too when you think about it, is that the number of false accusations that they're getting, those are just the ones that are actually taken, that people actually will bring, like, to the police. And it's not even, that doesn't include all the women who just say it to their friends.
Yeah.
And spread rumors and shit that can still ruin someone's life.
Oh yeah, dude. Like fucking what was it back in the day? Mattress Girl. You guys remember that story?
I don't think so.
It was a girl that went to she was going to college and everything else, and apparently it was like she had this guy, and like they hooked up for like, you know, the teal deer of it. From what I remember, it's been years now. Basically, she was hooking up with this guy. He hit it, and he didn't want to hit it anymore. So she basically was like, "Oh, you fucking raped me the last time we had sex," and it ruined this dude's fucking entire life. He was kicked out of college, and I think he was a foreign exchange student from like Germany and shit. But it fucked up his entire life, and then later it was found out that he didn't actually rape her. He just hit it and didn't want to hit it anymore. So
a couple things from the chat. Rosa the Angry Unicorn says, I've been with older and younger and my age. Unicorns don't discriminate, by age at least.
Yeah,
Lee has to ask, should voting rights be taken away from women? No. However, I do believe that voting rights should be dictated whether or not you own property or not. That makes sense to me. However, there are other stipulations as well.
Even if you don't own property, though,
that would get a lot of
affects you.
That should also get rid of a lot of a lot of voter fraud as well. You can't own property when you're illegal. So
I think you should have to bring. I don't think it should be the property thing, but I think you should have to have proof that you pay your taxes.
Yeah, I don't agree.
That seems fair as well.
All, but I agree with the tax thing, and also as far as we're talking about laws, not to change the subject too drastically, but I think the legal drinking age should be 18. If you can smoke cigarettes and vote and sign up to go fight in a war for your country, you damn sure should be able to have a beer. That's just my 2 cents.
All right,
absolutely. When my dad was younger, it was 18.
I hate that people don't think that drunk women can't consent, but for men, it's different. That was Rosa in the chat. I entirely agree. There's no reason for there to be double standard.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, like, I don't want to get too graphic or, you know, too, I don't know, disgusting, really. Well, I mean, if you actually look at what a rape kit actually tests for and everything else, it just tests for, like, vaginal, what's the word? Distress.
Tearing.
Like that. And, I mean, to be honest, like, I've had drunken sex before, and I've woke up next to a kind of pissed off woman that was sore the night, you know, the morning after. So legitimately, if she thought I was a dick and, you know, I'm just like, hey, get the fuck out of my house. There's enough money for an Uber. Thanks for, you know, last night, but, you know, I gave you a fake number. She could easily get really fucking pissed off, go to a doctor, get a rape kit. And I mean, I know what I'm capable of when I'm drunk, especially with my penis. So it's definitely going to be like, yep, you were in vaginal distress and this guy took advantage of you. We have a case, and there goes my entire fucking life.
Well, the break-in, usually what it is, it's a tearing versus the top versus the bottom. If it's a tearing on the top, it means the woman's pelvis was pushed away from you, which means that she was trying to run away, versus the bottom, which was actually pushing into you, which means she was actually turning into the penis, which causes the tearing. This is, of course, theoretical, depending on the strokes and folks of those of you who are drunk or not drunk.
Yes. But I mean, well, I mean, I like, and I think I even wrote it on the post that Magog tweeted out. I was kind of like, I think that goes more into one night stands. Like honestly, right now, and maybe it's just because I'm getting older, and also because I kind of like being in a committed relationship instead of being a man hoe. But honestly. Well, I mean, honestly, like one night stands, they just kind of lost their interest to me. And also nowadays, it's like, no, like you could have a one night stand with a chick. And if you don't want to have an actual relationship after the fact that you've had sex, there's nothing stopping her from being pissed off and batshit crazy, like a few girls I know, and going to the fucking, you know, the police and being like, this motherfucker raped me. And here's the rape kit test.
I think any woman or man, for the record, who lies about rape and, you know, takes it to court and everything, if the person is found innocent and that it was a lie, that the person who falsely accused them should be sentenced to what the innocent person who was falsely accused of would have been sentenced to.
Yeah. Now, well, I don't know if they should have the full extent of that and be
Oh,
like,
they should. They should. It's a serious thing. It stop
well,
people from lying about it so much.
well, I mean, I wouldn't. Well, you would also have to take into account like let's say, like just you for example, like let's say you hooked up with a dude one night, and he legitimately raped you, and he was like a senator's son or some shit, and then it was proven that your son and had some pull and political power and all that good stuff that he was found not guilty and you were charged with a false allegation. Well, there's your entire life fucked up. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I wouldn't want to have something like that.
Yeah,
I
but
would
there's
say
more.
that they'd have to be proven that they were lying too, as well.
Yes, it has to be proved that they were actually lying, like legitimately, like, nah, she got drunk and forgot. All right, she got drunk and forgot. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You guys go your separate ways, never talked of again. However,
But the person was.
you also deal with the lynch mob mentality as well.
Yeah, I
Because
agree. I just think that I don't have the kind of faith in our criminal court system to really want to possibly fuck over someone in court over a false allegation. However, if it was, proven that it was a false allegation and it was legitimately false and that person was just trying to fuck over the other person's life, yeah, they should be held to some kind of, penalty and maybe court time or jail time or, something like that. Something at least.
Personally, I know that if someone tried to, do that to me, that I wouldn't take it to the police. I would beat the living hell out of them.
Like most women.
I have a better solution to that. Why don't we just make sure every single woman that actually is proven falsely accusing of a male has to stand outside of the courtroom with a big sign that says, I lied about rape, sitting over top of their head.
I could definitely get on board with that.
Seems fair, doesn't it? You have to do it, I don't know, arbitrary number. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Right.
But we'll just think, it points out that I was willing to lie about rape to get somebody stuck in prison.
Yeah, well, I mean, you also you got to remember too, man, like as soon as that false allegation comes out, like Mattress Girl, like I was talking about earlier, like it was proven that that guy didn't rape her and everything else, but yet his entire life is completely fucked for the rest of his life, even though he was proven innocent. So it's still going to fuck up their life.
Yeah, fuck your life instead of guilty.
No, of course it does. But then the guy can go down, he can drive down his car, he can take a picture of that woman and be like, here, see, I told you she lied about it. Here's the evidence right here on my phone. Not to argue with you.
I'm sorry, go ahead, bud.
It's a double-edged sword because you don't want to make people that are actually victims of rape feel like they shouldn't come out about it, but you also don't want people to feel like they can take advantage of another person to come out about it either.
Yep, 100%.
So which edge of the sword do you stick your dick on?
Yeah, you took the fucking thought right out of my head, dude. Like I was about to say, like I'm not in any way trying to tell victims of rape that they don't need to actually press charges and everything else. Like I'm not saying that like at all. Like that's
my thing with it is do it the day of. Not to be a fucking dick or anything about it, because that is the day of is a situation when there's the most amount of empirical evidence to be put forth towards the perpetrator. That is when the evidence is the most clean and the most obvious.
Yeah, you go as soon as you possibly can.
Exactly.
Yes. I agree.
Not 30 years in the future under a hashtag.
Yeah.
Because you want to feel like you're a part of something.
No, we're still live. Yeah, things probably freezing. Pickle leech.
Yeah, we're still alive. We're still going, as far as I'm aware. I haven't shut down or anything.
No, we're still live.
Yep, we are.
As usual, having a third individual on for the Weekday Blues stream, considering it's the fucking Weekday Blues. We all know what's going to happen in our fucking 2 days, 3 days.
Well, I mean, I like Ray. I don't know how I came across her on, the Twitters and YouTubes, but yeah, probably. And I just, I've watched this live stream a couple times, and I like to, after all the drama I was involved with, I had, I think God, maybe 50, 60 subs or something, and I was just like, nope, fuck this channel. fuck whatever I'm doing. I don't even care about subs or followers or any of this dumb shit. Like I kind of made my stand, and I just now create, like, I didn't know that by deleting my channel I would not be able to type in the live chats. So I was like, fuck it, why not? I'll say hi to Ray at least.
Awesome. Ray's cool.
G Money in the Bank wants to know, am I going to retitle this The Rape Stream?
Dun, 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 dun. That pissed me off so much when those guys were falsely accusing Styx of being a pedophile. That's so mad.
Oh, you don't fuck with Daddy Six. Don't fuck with Daddy Six. I'll cut your ass up.
Styx was hilarious on the Kumite though.
By the end of it, they were.
Do you know how much money I have? Do you know who the fuck I am?
Daniel says he's got to refresh. We're voting for him. The reality of the situation is, we all know full well those fucking assholes were bringing on some kind of fucking bullshit situation. The minute that they found out they had gotten caught about it, they're like, no.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, we were just
we thought it was common logic.
We thought we were making a joke. It was just a prank, bro.
Just a prank, bro. The only thing with when it comes to Styx is, of all of the people that had presented the best argument to Richard Spencer was fucking Styx. To this day, he is the best one that has argued against the fucking alt-right, and all the other people that are against the alt-right are like, see how alt-right he is? See how alt-right he is? No, you fucking idiots. If anybody you wanted on your side, that is the guy.
Yeah.
He is the one that has the logic, the know-how, the articulation to defend himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love to have him on fucking. I'd love to have him on Wednesday live stream. I would absolutely love to have Styx on Wednesday live stream.
I would totally crash that though.
No, you wouldn't, because I'd kill you.
I love
I'd find out where you live. I'd blow you up.
You don't want to come to where I live. You'll meet some very angry Russians.
If I knew where you live, I'd be sending castings of my dick. So no, I don't know where you live. What, you not expecting my smart-ass response to that?
No, I was. I just didn't know what it was going to be.
Spoon clank.
YouTube is all about smart people. Styx is smart. That's how we learn, by listening to smart people, even if we disagree with them. I wouldn't say YouTube is all about smart people, but the rest of it I agree with.
And sometimes it's about pseudo-intelligence.
Am I some kind
Spencer's
of
Spencer's a good indication of that.
W. Lee 4GMU is being all trolly. No, I'm not a whore. Don't be a hoe.
I mean, if she was some kind of whore, I'd have better chances.
No, I'm actually very traditional.
You living that trad life, bruh?
Trad life. No, I'm actually a very traditional person. As much as I can come off as not being traditional and just a total asshole, I actually am very traditional.
For me, that's what YouTube is about. That and twerking videos. G Money in the Bank says, I like the guy who cemented his head in a microwave. So if I cement my dick in a microwave, can I get the same amount of YouTube reputation?
Why would you do that in a microwave? What the fuck? What's wrong with people?
People are retarded.
I hate people.
We have children eating paint chips, for God's sakes. I'm pretty sure Lee was just fucking with you.
Oh no, I can tell, but I still answering that. Just to be clear on that. No, I can tell he's just fucking around with us. I
So
doubt
random.
he.
Going back to the original conversation, what is the oldest age of any boyfriend you've ever had?
Oh, that is information I'm not disclosing.
What's the biggest age disparity?
15 years.
That should be 16. Boom, won it.
Well, I
15 though, Jesus.
was
Doesn't
a
that
little
constitute like a
younger at the
marital
time.
bride?
What?
What's that?
I drove at 15. I had my permit. Am I a Southerner? No. So he was 27.
He was 30.
I'm not gonna say how much older he was than me at the time, or well, he was, or what his age was at the time, or what mine was.
Regardless, you were significantly younger.
Yes.
There's one thing I learned about guys that date significantly younger women.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm quite in real life. I'm quite ahead of my age. I come to
and
the
you think,
internet to
and you,
just be an
and you.
asshole and get that side of me out.
So you dated a 40-ish guy.
I'm not
Yay or
saying any
nay?
ages.
Pleading the fifth.
I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble. But I consider myself a tomboy. Not really.
If you saw her latest picture on Twitter, you'd know better. She is a very attractive young woman. I'd ask for you to treat her with respect. Unless you're making a smart-ass comment, then go ahead. What, nobody? Nothing.
Wait, what?
You bunch of fucking cowards.
Yeah, no, I'm not a tomboy at all. I act pretty. I'm pretty tough. It's just, but I'm Russian, so it's just kind of how I am. But I would not call myself a tomboy. Just because I like fighting and martial arts and guns and stuff and being a dick.
I still think I'd kick.
I wouldn't classify myself as a tomboy. I classify myself as a Russian asshole.
I still think I'd kick your ass in a bar fight.
I still want to fight Destiny in real life.
I fought both you motherfuckers in real life at the same time. I don't give a shit. Never step down from a fight. Oh, the color of the hour came back.
Oh, me?
What's up?
Oh, I didn't know I was.
What's up?
What's up?
How does that even work? I'm the color of the hour, yet I'm a fucking white boy from Tennessee. How does that even work, guys?
You have a cartoon as an
White's
avatar,
still a
you
color.
fucking dumb fuck.
Gee.
Well, yeah, white is a color, and technically black is the absence of color, so...
They're both absence of color.
White
Yeah,
is
Destiny's...
white is the absence of color. Black is the absorption of all color. I'm an artist. I would know.
Destiny's actually only an inch taller than me.
Well, I mean, I've never really cared about girls' heights as far as a dating preference. As long
I'm
as they're not like a
5'2".
midget.
And the best thing about Destiny is I'm fair sure that he's about that height where I could put a beer on top of his head and he can walk around with it like his little my own little table stool.
I just think it's
Nice.
That's right,
funny
little
that
bitch.
he's only an
Oh,
inch taller than me.
sorry about that, guys. By the way, my laptop likes to do this really funny thing where it's like, "Hey, you're on a live stream for about a good 30 minutes," and it's like completely crash. So I was
Oh, it's
listening
fine.
through my phone. I just
Smash the
heard like
manlet.
I just heard you making Ray very uncomfortable talking about how old her dating partners have been, and I was like,
No, I don't get uncomfortable. I just don't want to say like
eh,
how
enough.
old we were
I
at
don't
the
want to. I
time.
don't want to. I don't want to bust her ball. She's free to date whoever the hell she wants to date. Whoever I was saying as another man to a woman, being defensive for females as it is, because I'm a fucking dumbass. You should avoid men that are older because they will take advantage of you.
Oh, no one's
Hmm.
taking advantage of me. That's funny. You'd think they would, or I would
Hmm.
let them.
Ooh.
Ooh,
See,
yeah, you don't.
this is why I like Ray, among other things. This is why I like Ray.
Well, I mean, I like Ray too, but you also have to understand that men that are older also understand how women work, much
Hmm.
Oh,
like the
they don't
women that are
understand
older
how I work.
understand
I
how
work
men
pretty
work.
different than other women, especially other women my age.
Are you sure?
Wherever their mind is, mine is. I am at least one step ahead of where they are because I know how men work.
Hmm. Well, I'll say this much. So, like, Ray's over the age of 18. She's free to date whoever the hell she wants. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, same,
18
same.
change.
I'm just defensive because I'm an asshole.
I don't know. You can't take advantage of me. That just doesn't work.
There is a caveat to that, though. However, unless you're like one of my ex-girlfriends who, after her father passed away, she decided to hook up with a dude who was a few years shy of the age of her father. That's just creepy as fuck.
That's called
Then you got
like
issues.
daddy chasing.
Yeah, that's creepy as fuck. Like that's some legit sick shit.
Gold digger.
But I mean, shit, I can't say much. I was fucking 19 banging a 40-something-year-old when I was still, in the Marines. So I've been there.
Yeah,
Been
Oh,
there.
well,
nice. Oh man, nice thing
my
about those
friend,
ages is they're barren.
a good friend of mine, she's 23 and her husband is 41, but they're like perfect for each other and they're really
Mm.
sweet. They have two little girls. They have a house. They're really happy.
Someone called it the
Mm.
exception, not the rule.
Yeah, the hashtag not all.
Yeah. Hashtag not all. Yeah.
I
Fair
gotta
enough.
run to the
Fair enough.
bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Walk, don't run. You don't want to hurt yourself. So it's just
Well,
us
I mean,
now.
yeah, it's just us, dude. I mean, me personally, like, I would totally, like, I mean, I fucking have. I've banged 40-something-year-olds and stuff before when I was much younger than I am now. But as far as being in a relationship, like Ray said earlier, like, it would have to be the perfect relationship. But it kind of gets weird when you're a dude and you're dating up in age because if you ever get to the age to where you want to have kids, she might not be physically able to bear children. So that's trickier for us guys dating older women and actually being in a relationship with them. So
Well, for me, I avoid relationships entirely because relationships create bonds that I am incapable of understanding and incapable of maintaining.
hey, dude, fair enough.
I know
Fair
full well
enough.
I'm a fucking asshole. My personality is not designed for maintaining a relationship.
Hmm.
So I avoid relationships because if I actually fell in love with an individual, for me it'd be like, you know what? I like this person and I don't want to hurt their fucking feelings, so I'm gonna avoid them entirely.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I get that, dude. I do. But I mean, this is gonna sound really condescending, and I don't mean it to. But you are a little bit younger than me, and I
I mean,
promise you, man,
I'm back.
all hey, Ray, I promise you, like, when you experience that, there comes a time At least it did for me, and it sort of has for most of the guys that are my age that I'm really close friends with. You get to this point to where you're just kind of like, I'm kind of tired of waking up next to a different girl every night and, like not having any real friendship with them or connection with them besides the fact that I like your body and I like what you do with your body and what my body does to you type stuff. So, or maybe
So
I'm just
365 days from now, I'm going to make that decision differently.
So,
You're not that much older than me.
So, you want an emotional connection?
I see what you did there. I see what you did. Well, I mean,
We're going to have to build a wall
the only difference is
between us and the aliens.
like I will have that emotional connection as well as a Hulk smashing her vagina connection. So
yeah, it was just
also that.
it's saying if he had just said like we have an emotional connection without like it not in the context he did, like not saying that he's okay with her fucking other people because they have an emotional connection, but if he had just been like if he had just at some point randomly said, well, we really have an emotional connection, but he said we have an emotional connection, not a sexual one.
Cuck. Yeah.
Cuck.
Actual literal cuck.
Yes.
Not the fake cuck.
He called Tonka cuck.
I've said this before on other live streams, and it's a God's honest truth. Like, Zephanorian, as much as that dude fucking lies about shit, the one goddamn thing he should have never lied about and he was actually truthful about is the one thing that just will damn him for eternity. And that's how stupid that guy is. It's like you couldn't even just lie a little bit about something that legit everyone is gonna fuck with you about for the rest of your existence. Like,
the worst.
All right then.
But the worst part about it is that he refers to everybody as a cuck. So he is actually literally playing
literally a cuck.
Those in the glass houses shouldn't throw stones argument. Pot calling the kettle black.
He said
literally all of those euphemisms can be put forward to that.
He said Tonka was literally a cuck.
Yeah, Tonka's not though. Like Tonka's a good dude.
Tonka could be a cuck. It doesn't matter. Guess what? So are you, Zap. You have no fucking room to talk. You fucking mental midget.
Yeah, even so, it's like I highly doubt that's true, but yeah, it's like you can't even if he was, you can't use that to insult someone if
you do it yourself. If you call somebody else short and you're short yourself, you have no room to talk. You are short.
Right. Fucking G Money in the Bank. Cucks one to no one. I fucking love it, dude.
Oh, fucking G Money, my nigga.
Yeah.
My nigga, my white nigga.
But I mean, like I said, dude, I mean, don't get me wrong, like all of my in real life best friends that are dudes, like one of them, like he just has random one night stands, but yet he falls in love with every one night stand he has and shit. And the other one doesn't even really give a shit about dating or one night stands. He just kind of does his own thing. So I get it, man. I mean, to each their own. I'm not trying to, throw shade your way. I'm just saying for me personally, I have hooked up.
I've learned.
I have had
from my
sex.
past mistakes.
I
don't care. I don't care about your sex life, dude. The fact of the matter is that I'm well aware of my personality.
I want to hear it.
My personality.
I want to hear it.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Well, I was just about to say, like, I have had several. I'm not the most attractive dude in the world. I get that, but I do surprisingly well. Like I've never been with a woman or a girl that anybody could realistically consider unattractive. So I do very well for myself. And there was a time where it was a different flavor of the day. Like, fuck the week. It was like a different flavor of the day. I was just going to nightclubs and just different ones, and I would rotate which club I went to because I live in Tennessee, and the part of Tennessee I live closest to is a college town, University of Tennessee at Knoxville. And it's one of those things. It's just we have this thing called the Strip, like outside of the actual campus, and it's just bar, nightclub, bar, McDonald's, bar, gas station, nightclub. So there was a time where I legit hooked up with a different girl every single day, and it was fun. But it got to the point to where it was just fucking masturbation with someone else there. That's all it was. And I've been in committed relationships, and it's I don't know, man. It's a lot more fulfilling when you actually have a person that you legit give a shit about, and they give a shit about you, and you can still, bang like fucking stone fucking test bunnies. But yet you can still talk about cool shit. Like it's fun.
You want
I
them to
enjoy
be
committed relationships.
you want them to be not just your lover, but also your best friend in a committed relationship. Because if you marry someone who's not just your lover, but also your best friend, as well as your lover, but also your best friend, you guys are going to be together forever.
Mm. Well,
If you marry
I
someone you
would.
get along with and fuck, that's usually where divorces come from. But if you truly have a friendship with someone, it
Well, I.
You
Well,
also
I
have
mean,
to
to me,
remember. You
like
also
I
have
get
to
what you're saying, Ray.
remember.
I really do, but I don't think the whole best friend scenario or relationship type really works. Like I think you like fuck, dude. Like my best friend and me, like all the time, we'll like randomly call each other fucking douchebags and like try and hit each other in the balls. I would never treat a woman like I treat my best friends, nor they me. Like I think like you gotta
No,
have a
you deal with a
special.
woman in an entirely different situation. You deal with a woman as
Yeah,
you would respect your mother.
I
You
well
respect her like
well
you would
that
respect your mother because that is the way that your mother is supposed to be treating you. However,
well
I
that's getting in a little
myself,
bit
as
of
an individual, am well aware of the fact that my personality extracts me from the concept of actually having a meaningful relationship because I don't give a fuck. I'm cold-hearted, I am dark, and I am suicidal.
mm, mm. Edgy as fuck, bro.
I personally
It's
like
not.
having a
It's not
relationship
edgy.
with someone who I can bullshit around with and like call a douchebag.
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. Well, I mean it's to me it's one of those things to where like you kind of brought up the whole mother relationship, which that's getting into some like Oedipus complex type bullshit, but I mean I'm gonna ignore that for now. But like
Well, you
I
want to touch
think
you want to touch upon the Oedipus kind of side of it. I always
no,
choose.
I don't. No, no,
I
no.
used to choose. I used to choose women that are exact opposite of the woman I used to the mother that I used to live with. The situation is, she always wanted me to marry whatever woman that came across her doorstep. Doesn't matter how fucking fucked up she was, and lo and behold, I ended up getting knifed by one.
Hmm. Well, that sucks, but it's also kind of interesting. I mean, I've dated those girls to where it's like you wake up next to them and you don't know if they're gonna, be fixing you breakfast or be, holding a knife to your throat. Those gals are pretty interesting to date.
Those are the
I'm not
funnest.
gonna lie. Yeah, they're kind of they're unique. They are very unique. But no, I think if like me personally, I think the best way to make a marriage last or fuck even just an actual relationship, like I think a woman and doesn't it has to be something different than a best friend. Like it has to be someone who will call you out on your bullshit even more than your best friend would. So I don't know. It's a very unique
It's a special
dynamic that
kind of
most people
best
don't.
friends.
Yeah, like it's a very unique dynamic that I don't think most people find, and I think the people that think they have found it don't, and when they realize that, they get divorced.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm like I said, I am very traditional, and I'm definitely the kind of person that like cooks and cleans and whatnot. But I also
Well,
want to be able
well, I
to
mean,
call whoever I'm with a freaking douchebag.
right. Well, I mean, you don't want to date a fucking slob either. Like, I've never understood that shit. When like, and don't get me wrong, like I respect your values and your 2 cents. Like, a lot of people make fun of the traditional lifestyle and everything else, but there is some value to that. Like, there's a reason why, like, not our, well, yeah, maybe our generation, like not our fathers and mothers, but their fathers and mothers, like they're the generation that stayed married for like fucking 50, 60, 70 fucking years. Like they had it fucking figured out and it was that traditional lifestyle. But at the same time, like I
Let me
know how
ask you
to
something.
fucking cook.
Let me ask you something about the
I'm a
trad.
badass cook.
Let me ask you something about the trad lifestyle. What is the biggest, most important part of a lifestyle between two individuals, of a married lifestyle or a relationship? Which is the biggest one? It starts with an H.
Happiness.
Honesty. Fucking
Yeah,
honesty.
Mm.
I honestly wouldn't even think about that because I'm a pretty honest person, especially if I'm seriously with someone.
No, we have an issue nowadays where we don't want to talk about honesty because we don't want to deal with a situation that devolves from it. This is the last major relationship I had fell apart because the woman wasn't fucking honest with me.
Yep, I've
She
been
wasn't.
there.
She wasn't able to deal with it. All I asked for is simple fucking honesty.
Hmm.
I never cheated on her. I never fucking did anything major. Everything that I did in my life was explained to her, and she had an issue with me because I was a terrible fucking person.
Well, then
Hey,
she should have
I
never
may be
dated you.
I may be a terrible fucking person, but at least I'm fucking honest.
Well, if she thought that you were a terrible person, she should have never dated you.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that she's a fucking idiot. But that's because she was a fucking younger individual. Didn't know what the fuck she wanted with her life.
Oh, one of those. Yeah, I've dated one of those as well, man.
Oh, excuse me. How do you think I should deal with my how do you think I should deal with my work relationship? Well, if you don't like it, then change your work relationship. Well, that's just crude and rude. No, it's honest. If you don't like
Yeah.
it, change it.
Yeah, basically.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think some people are more brutally honest than others, but I like as far as the whole honesty thing. Well, I mean, as far as honesty goes in a relationship, like, uh, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's always going to be those like little white lies that you sometimes tell your friends or your girlfriend or something like that. But some people think that those little white lies also fucking include something like, "Hey, my ex-boyfriend and me constantly text one another, and I'm just telling you he's a friend from work." Like bullshit like that. Like no, like maybe, and this is gonna be hick as fuck, so feel free to make fun of me, but I was taught at a very early age, and it's still true as today as it was then. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't do anything like behind my back that you would be pissed off if I did behind yours and you found out.
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Tigger
Mhm.
Leach says in the chat that example, advice is more reasonable than honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, it's one of those things like, and I've had that situation happen like a couple of times when I've dated girls where it's like you're doing some shit that if I was to do it and you found out, you would be pissed as fuck. But because you're doing it, you think it's okay because you're a girl, or it's different because of X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, it's if you found out that I was doing what you're doing, you would be pissed about me doing it. So you shouldn't be doing it. And I guess a lot of people don't get that, or at least some couples don't.
No,
Yeah, women are
it's
hoes. They
it's a
really
double
are.
edged sword is what it is. The reality of the situation is if you're not okay with the individual doing it and you do it yourself, you're a fucking cunt. That's just
Yeah.
Yep.
cunty behavior.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I
basically.
agree
But
with you.
but also if you base a relationship off of we don't do this one certain thing and then you continue to do that thing behind somebody else's back, behind the individual's back, then yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah,
Because you
absolutely.
base your entire relationship off of that being a non-issue, but then you do it behind that person's back. So
Right. Yeah. I see. I see. I hear what you're saying, man. I
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just the way I am, but it's if I'm interested in a girl nowadays, like I straight up like I give like almost a goddamn job interview at this point. Like I no bullshit. Like I've been out on a date with a girl before and I'm just like, look, things are getting kind of serious. We're spending time together. I haven't fucked anybody else. You haven't fucked anybody else. We've only been fucking one another. I feel like we should be committed. But before we get to that stage, like here's what happens. If you do any of this shit, Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not having a long, drawn out, yeah, like, we're going to take a break for a few weeks. No, fuck that. Like, if you do this shit to me, I know where this road leads. We are fucking broken up. If you do any of this, I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to text back and forth and try and resolve things and work things out. No, if you do any of this shit, we're done. Like, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you.
I hate we need a break. No, I hate that.
It's so fucking childish, is it not?
You either stay with them and try to work through the problem. You be mad. You tell them, I don't, you know what? I just need a few days. Like we're still together, but I just need a few days. Like, I need some time to cool off. Like, just give me a day to clear my head. That's fine. You take that time. But you stay together, and you either stay together and figure it out, or you just break up. You don't go on a break. That's retarded.
Yes, that is the most retarded shit I've ever been put through in a relationship. Well, not the most retarded, but one of the most retarded things
One of
I've
the
ever
most
had.
retarded, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, we're on a break. Does that mean I get to go out to the nightclub and fuck other girls? Or are you going to be fucking other guys?
Exactly.
Like, what does this break actually mean?
What's
But
the point
I will say this much, though. I am one of those people, like, and this has been a personality trait that hasn't worked well for other women. I am one of those people, if we have a fucking issue, like, we need to solve it. Like, I refuse to go to bed angry. Like, that's
the same way.
That's the type of dude I am in a relationship. It's like, if we got some issues, like, no, I'm driving over to your house. I'll buy a fucking case of beer or some fucking Jack Daniels or a bottle of wine for you or what the fuck ever, and we're going to sit and we're going to hash this shit out. Like, you're not going to be pissed off at me for days.
The only times I've ever said, you know what, give me a space for like a day or something is when it's been like something big, like a serious issue, and it's because I don't want to get angry and say something in the heat of the moment that is like really rude, but I'll make that clear. If that happened, I'd explain it, like, you know, like, I'm really pissed right now. I still love you. I'm not leaving you or anything, but I just give me, you know, a day just to clear my head and calm down, because I don't want to say something I regret later or be a bitch or anything. Like, and be like, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll get together tomorrow. We'll fix this shit. We'll hash it out, but just let me breathe for a second. But I still make it clear that it's not. I'm not breaking up with them.
No, it usually means the end. You've already come to that conclusion in your own head. You just want to expend the time so you can make previous connections and whatnot.
Well, I mean, and this might be my own personal, like, personality hangups, or at least, like, how would I explain it? It's like past relationship scars, if you will. But if a girl told me, like, you know, just give me a day, like, I don't want to say anything I'm going to regret. Like, I would be the type of dude to where I'm like, okay, I can respect that, but at the same time, I don't feel like that's going to work, because I'm going to be, like, really fucking worried that after that day's over, you're just going to break up with me anyway. So feel free to call me a fucking piece of shit and a douchebag and whatever the fuck you want, and don't worry about me holding a grudge. I'd much rather you scream and yell at me and we actually resolve it that day or something.
Oh no, they don't understand that. They don't understand. They don't get the concept. All I want is for you to say it's done. They don't get that. They don't understand it. They don't want, just the simple words are seemingly impossible to them.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to break up with someone, I will do it on the spot. If I tell someone I just need a day to just catch my breath and I got to kind of just clear my head, that means I'm just taking a day to clear my head. That does not mean I'm breaking up with them. If they do something that would make me break up with them, I'm breaking up with them on the spot.
Yeah, in my situation, it's always led to me. That has always led to us breaking up. Yep.
Yeah, well, so, I mean, I totally agree with that. Like, I mean, if I was dating you, I definitely think I would either be told that up front, or I would get that vibe off of you. So, if I knew that was how you, like, handled, relationships or whatever, I would give you that day. But if you had never made that clear before, I would definitely be like, nah, fuck waiting a day and everything else, woman. Just tell me what the fuck you gotta tell me. Be pissed off if you won't. Call me a fucking cocksucker and all this other shit. But let's actually work this shit out.
My thing is, I
Let me ask
have
this
some
for a little bit
minor.
on.
I have some minor, and by minor I mean not so minor, anger issues. And if someone makes me mad, I can wind up saying some really horrible things. And if they keep going, there's a certain point where I will go into a rage and start like punching things. And I'm trying not to punch anyone. So, yeah, that's why I say, I gotta get my shit together for the moment. But like I said, I make it clear, like, I'm not saying like we need a break. I'm not breaking up with you. It's just like I need to catch my breath. I still love you. We're still together. Let me clear my head here for a second.
Just give me a fucking day, asshole. Like, I just need a day, or I'm gonna fucking kick you in the balls. Just give me a fucking day, dude.
Basically, just let me take a deep breath. Don't want to be smacking you upside the head or no.
Yeah, just give me a day or kick me in the dick.
Let me take a little time to catch my breath. And sometimes it wouldn't even. It's not even necessarily. It's usually if someone says that's fine, I understand, and then they just let it go and give me that space. I usually won't even wind up taking a whole day. It'll be a few hours, and I'll be like, okay, let's hash this out now. I'm chilled out.
Right. Well, I mean,
weird creatures.
Picker Leech in the chat, actually, not only women, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly a woman thing, will indirectly threaten leaving a relationship as a means of leverage. And I have fucking went through that myself, and it fucking blows.
I've never done that to someone.
You know what I've learned about that? Fuck it. Leave it. You're going to use it as leverage, you can suck 3/5 of my fucking dick.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I definitely got to the point in relationships where I was like, if a girl ever threatened that type of shit, or at least that's the way I am now, if she's like, you know what, if you keep this dumb shit up, I'm just gonna fucking leave you, I would be like, okay, fine, we're broken up. Leave. Bye, bitch. Be gone.
Yeah, basically.
I can fast right now. Get the fuck out of here.
Like that's like motherfuckers that are like in a relationship, they'll threaten to like hit the other person and shit like that, and it's like don't fucking threaten me. Don't threaten to do something unless you're willing and perfectly able to do it. If you're gonna threaten to either hit me or break up in a relationship, just fucking do it. Like, consider it done. Like,
well, that's why I tell people I need some time to take a breath, because when I get mad, I kind of go into a blackout rage, and I'm trying not to hit someone, and like that's why I say let me take a breath, because I don't want to be trying to punch someone or anything. And then, and also because I go into like such a as just because it's also I also go into such a blind rage. It's like I don't think rationally about something, and it's just all emotion and anger, and I don't like to act on that.
Okay.
I like to take a deep breath and think about things rationally, because usually when I'm angry, I blow whatever it is way out of proportion in my head. But if I take a few hours, calm down, and then think about it, it's like, okay, this is a problem, but it's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal. Like, you can work this out.
Well, you definitely weren't lying about the whole maturity thing, because it definitely takes a mature person to realize, like, hey, when I'm pissed off, I don't think rationally, so I need to get out of that headspace before I engage with you again. It's a very mature way to behave. It really is.
Yeah.
There's a far right fuckwit that thinks that egalitarians and Marxists are the same thing.
Thinks what?
Steel gold in chat, by the way. There's a far right fuckwit that thinks that egalitarians and Marxists are the same thing.
Well, you were very correct on the use of the word fuckwit.
Picker Leech is right. It's not only you, almost everyone benefits from taking a step back. Yeah, well, almost everyone does, I think. It's just a lot of people don't, and they act on emotion, and a lot of people don't think about the fact they have trouble acknowledging the fact, like, I need to take a step back.
Well, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I have in certain relationships I've been in where the other person, they could not stand to be the one that was wrong. And they care so much about being the quote unquote winner in whatever's going on in any fight or argument.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Just I even just in I can hardly know someone, and I can admit when I'm wrong if I am. So people, when you're in a relationship with someone, like if he's wrong about something, you just go, "Yeah, my bad."
My bad, dude. I'm a little bit of a prick sometimes. You're right, babe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. But I don't know, like, and I'm not trying to throw women under the bus here by no means, but I've definitely seen it. Well, obviously, I've only ever dated women, but I've definitely seen it more of a female thing to, not really be like, no, you're a fucking prick. I'm the one who's right here. Like, I've definitely seen quite a lot of girls do that in relationships. Actually, like they feel the need to be the victor in the argument, if you will.
Yeah, a lot of women tend to do that. It's part of why I don't have really many female friends. I don't like women.
I don't blame you. I don't. Every
I
bisexual chick I've ever known has ended up with a husband. So I'm just throwing that out there.
oh, I am bisexual, and I think other
Well
women are
aware,
hot, but
well
I'm
aware of the
not
fact
about
that
to
you're gonna
date
deal,
one.
you're gonna end up with a woman and with man, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not about to date one. I hate women. I have dated them, and I've seen them. I've been friends with them, and they're women tend to be so shitty, whereas I find men just tend to be not as shitty overall.
Right.
We're clear
Well, I mean,
cut and we make a lot of sense.
well, not all the times. We're shitty. We're just shitty in different ways. I think that's a very fair assessment.
I
But
also I think men tend to be more honest.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah, some of us. But then again, I've known guys in relationships that will not be honest with the girl they're dating until it turns into one of those World War III type arguments, and then shit's already hit the fan, and then they break up. So I
Well,
don't
Let me
know.
yeah,
ask you. Let me ask
but
you. What
men
do you
it's
think
easier
about
to
my
tell when
personal?
men are lying. I'll say
Do
that.
what?
It says easier to tell when men are lying.
Yes, it's easier to tell
Yes.
when men are lying. It's because women will suffice to their usual appeal to get away from actually subjecting the fact that they are lying.
Women are just better liars.
No, no, you're not. You're terrible liars.
I don't know,
The
women
only
are really
reason, the
good
only
liars.
reason,
I know a lot of women.
the
You'd be
only reason why
surprised.
you get away with it so much is because of the way of you that you look.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, when you catch a girl, your girlfriend in a lie, and she just shoots you those puppy dog's eyes, and she's just like, "Babe, I'm so sorry. Like, it's no big deal," and you're just like, "Oh fuck, god damn
No,
it."
no, no, no. It boils down to more than that. It boils down to more of the fact that women usually dress in more appealing clothing and whatnot. In other words, when you have security guards that are males, they usually let them into other situations.
Hmm.
Women get away with
Uh,
more lies than other men do.
Also, it's just from being friends with women over the years, I've come to see is I see what they tell other people and then what they say to me later, and you would never know they're lying when they say something to other people and then they tell you the truth behind closed doors.
Well, well, put it to you this way: how many times have you like been around a group of women and then like another woman comes over and it's like, oh, hey Sarah, how are you, so good to see you, blah blah blah. Then as soon as Sarah leaves, it's like, oh my god, I can't stand that fucking ratchety bitch. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
You just fucking kissed her ass for like a good 5-minute conversation, and then as soon as she fucking left, it was, oh fuck that cunt. It's like,
Yeah,
god damn.
that's constant with women.
That's why they call it bitch shit, because only bitches be doing that shit.
It's so annoying. But you would think when they're talking, when Sarah and her group of friends are talking, that they really are good friends. They all love each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whereas guys, it's like, let's say, fucking me and my buddies are all talking and James comes over and it's like none of us like James. We're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing here, bitch? Like, we don't
Yeah.
like you. Like, get the fuck away from us, dude. Like, fuck off. We don't like you. Like, I've never seen a group of guys do that shit. Like, oh, hey, James, what's going on, homie? Yeah, how's the kids? Yeah, yeah. Then as soon as James leaves, that fucking cocksucker.
Yeah,
Never
I've
seen it.
never witnessed men doing that. Picker Leach put it really well. Women tend to present themselves as being nice people. Men don't do that as much.
Nope.
That's kind of, yeah, that's definitely a good point.
Mm-hmm.
We do that. We do that because we don't want to be perceived as nice people.
But it's also easier to tell when someone's lying when they don't
Yep.
present themselves as being nice. When someone makes good first impressions, they're nice to everyone, they're really sweet. And that's just off the bat, even if they're a terrible person, but they always act like that. It just forms a.
We're assholes across the board. You're
Well, I mean,
dealing with a side effect.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I try to be as nice of a person I can, but when I legitimately don't like something or take issue with something, I have no problem whatsoever with saying it to whoever's around and to whoever it involves. But it's one of those things that doesn't work always out. That doesn't always work out the greatest for me. But it's one of those things. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I'm like, guys, if there's someone I don't like, I'll tell you what the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck away from me.
Well, you a good gal. You a good gal. There, Ray. You a good gal. Keep that shit up, yo.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I really can't stand women. A lot of them are just terrible, terrible people. I've always gotten along with guys better.
Well, I mean,
Aren't we all horrible people?
Yeah, to some extent, but I mean, I see what you're saying, Ray. I really do, but at the same time, like, as a guy, like, I know dudes who are complete fucking douchebags and treat women like shit, and
Oh,
yet they are
absolutely.
never,
My
and
ex
yet
is.
they are never single. They are never single. I have yet to meet a good-looking douchebag who treats women like shit, who doesn't always have a fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, my ex is
Always.
a testament to that. My ex was
I
terrible.
got that douchebag collar up in my goddamn polo right now. Goddamn $3 billion up my brother is a goddamn lawyer. He will get me off right now. You're that fucking faggot.
No, I don't hang out with guys like that too.
Put
It's
him
just,
in a goddamn casket because that little faggot deserves it.
they're easier to read for me, and at least men are easier to read. They come, and I can tell when they're just douchebags. There's just a feeling about it, so I just avoid them.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. For whatever reason, I've been friends with a few at legit douchebags, and it's one of those things. Like, they're good-looking dudes. They work out. They, have a certain level of income, and they just treat women like shit. They don't give a fuck about, I don't know, being a good boyfriend or what I would consider to be a good boyfriend, and they treat their girlfriends like shit, and they cheat on them and do all this other shit, and yet they are never fucking single.
There's a
So,
reason I stay away from men like that.
well, you're smart. You must have learned that at a very young age, because
Oh,
I
I
know
did.
girls. I know girls that are 32 and dating dudes right now that if I was a shiesty motherfucker, I could be like, like Sarah, for instance, just throwing out a random name. Like, yeah, you know, Sarah, you're a really cool person and everything, and I like James and all, but James has told me how many girls he's been fucking since y'all been together, and y'all been dating for like 2 years now. So just letting you know, Sarah, like James isn't that good of a dude. Like he really isn't. Like I just hang out with him, smoke a little bit of weed with him. But James is a douchebag. I'm just letting you know. I could totally do
Yeah.
that, but I don't want to. But I've been in those situations before where, you know, a girl that I'm friends with is also dating a dude who I'm friends with, and the dude is a complete fucking douchebag, but yet it's like Sarah's sitting there telling me like how much she loves him and all this other shit, and it's like, oh god, honey,
Yeah,
if you only knew, if you only knew the stories he tells me.
yeah. My ex was a terrible person. He was basically just like that, and that was when I dated him when I was 15. It was a very serious relationship. We basically lived together and whatnot. He's
Don't
4 years older than me. He was 19.
Fucking offer.
He was 19, and he just put me through hell. He was the biggest douchebag, and after him, I learned the how to spot a douchebag a mile away.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of of the opinion you have to date a few douchebags or cunts before you learn what you will and will not accept, and learn what a good girlfriend or a good boyfriend is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no. See, the thing is, I learned my lesson from fucking women nowadays. They change what they fucking view as properly considered good on a fucking whim.
Well, let me tell you something. You're dating girls, not women. And I don't mean that as like underage. I mean that is just not mature, not intelligent, not grown up. You need to like date a real woman.
Yeah, fucking A. There's definitely a difference between the boys and the men.
That real woman
as well.
that's fucking 40 years old has no idea the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, I mean, like, honestly, find a more traditional woman. It's like they're not going to put out right away. It might take quite a while for them to.
I have no idea about the put out rate. The only rate is they can't understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well,
there's a lot of intelligent traditional women. It's just that I think they're few and far between, and they're not always as appealing to date. A lot of them, don't. A lot of them are usually really nice looking, but they're not, they're not that like sexy look, and that they have a different personality, and they want something more serious.
So you immediately assume I'm an ugly motherfucker. Oh, that's fair.
It's not the same right off the bat as dating a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it is.
Well,
you immediately assume I'm an ugly motherfucker. That's not unfair. I mean, I am an ugly son of a bitch. That's unfair.
Well, dude, it's one of those things, man. Like, at least in this generation, it seems like everybody's in a fucking rush to go to the bedroom. Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if you want to hook up and you just feel that connection with someone, and you hang out with a girl or whatever, and she's into it and you're into it, and you just want to bump uglies, I mean, fucking go for it. I mean, have fun, kids. But at the same time, it seems like everybody feels like that's the goalpost that they want to get to, instead of like, hey, like, legit tell me about yourself. Like, I want to get to know like you, not just your vagina. And
yeah, absolutely. That's really what it comes down to. And yeah, my advice for any guy who's listening, who's having bad experiences with a lot of women, stop looking to date anyone and just let it come naturally. But find a traditional woman. Find that trad life.
Cut my life into pieces.
I don't know about that.
Last resort.
No, I don't know about that whole trad life, because I mean, I swear to God, if a woman always cooked and cleaned for me, I would feel like such a fucking piece of shit, where it'd be like, babe, stop. Let me fucking sweep the fucking, kitchen. Let me make you some fucking eggs. Like, just stop, okay? I feel like you're a goddamn slave. Like, just stop this shit. But I will say this.
I like taking care of men like that.
Well, see, and I'm the same way. I like taking care of my woman, and that means like doing stuff that she doesn't necessarily have to do, like cooking or cleaning. That, and I'm a bomb ass fucking cook. But anyways, like
Well,
I
that's
was
very sweet too. You don't have to be 100% traditional, but more to the traditional side.
right, right. I hear you, but it's one of those things. I will say this much: as far as my personal relationship history, I have never had a long-lasting, healthy, committed relationship with a girl that let me hit it like the first time. Never.
No,
I never had a good relationship with a woman either.
you don't date
Trust me.
hoes.
No,
Those are
you don't date always the knife in the fucking shoulder.
Because, like, legitimately, every girl that I have dated, and it's like as soon as we hung out, like outside of college or work or whatever, and immediately the first time I came to her house or she came to my house and we had sex, it might last like maybe 5 or 4 months before it's like, okay, now that I know your personality, we don't really match up that well, and we're arguing all the fucking time, and we just break up, and it's a shitty breakup.
Yeah, be
So,
friends with someone first. That's also something that's important.
yeah,
Make
because
sure your
guess what?
personalities are compatible before you date.
Guess what, kids? Men and women can have sex together, and it feels really fucking awesome. But guess what isn't awesome? When you stop having sex and you open your mouths and actually talk, and you fucking hate what's coming out of each other's mouths. That fucking sucks. So eventually you're gonna not be having sex, and you're gonna have to actually talk to one another. You're gonna have to use your mouths for their intended purposes of talking.
Yeah.
And if the only
Yeah.
thing that comes out of her fucking mouth is, "Oh my god," like Instagram and hashtag, and like, look at this YouTube video of these fucking dolphins, and you're just like, shut the fuck up, cunt. Like, I enjoy the sex and everything else, but my god, you are fucking vapid and just retarded. Like, we're done.
Oh, there's someone shove the kumite on your face and be like, yo, we gotta watch. Like,
Oh yeah.
this is my shit. You gotta sit down and watch this with
So
me.
let me ask you a question. Before you fucking cunts go off on your own fucking tangents. Why the fuck do you hate each other so much?
Who?
Calm the fuck down.
Why do who hate each other so much?
The two of you, just calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down.
Who?
The
The
two-
two. Who?
Both of you.
Who, me and Day?
Aggie, you okay?
I don't know, I'm fucking shit face.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I'm very confused right now.
I am very confused too.
Then why do you
Keep going.
hate each other?
Keep going, ignore me. I'm drunk.
Why do you hate each other?
Pretty sure I'm dying, but keep going.
How much have you drank?
Not a whole lot.
A lot.
Not a whole lot. I've been a whole lot of weariness and sickness going on my end. So alcohol's taking its toll.
Ah. Well, bud, I mean, it's your show, dude. If you want to call it a,
No, you keep going. Keep going.
I'm the guest here.
I don't want to fucking cut you down. Keep going. You guys are doing very great.
No, it's fine if you're gonna pass out.
No,
It's-
keep
it's
going.
fine.
Keep going. Keep going.
We are not your goddamn show monkeys.
I'm the co-host, not
Fuck
the
you.
host. I actually do have to run some errands, so I do got to get going because I just saw the time and realized it's almost 10 o'clock where I am. But it was a
Yeah,
great
it's
show.
Yeah, it's about 11 my time, so I was about to hop off myself. So perfect
Yeah, it
timing.
was a great show. Fun talking to you guys. Good conversations. Lots of good conversations.